Alright, welcome to the first part of the kitchen tutorial. Our goal here is going to be very similar to the bathroom tutorial, except we're going to be doing a kitchen. There'll be lighting from the outside, hopefully some windows. So yeah, let's just jump in. I haven't really done any research or anything, so we're just going to go to Google and see what we can get. So let's type in, I don't know, kitchen. Images. Let's see what we have. Kind of like that color. Let's see. I'm trying to look for something with good contrast, but kind of a modern look. I don't want anything too ancient. There's a lot of choices. Let's try bamboo kitchen. Those are pretty cool looking. Let's see. It's not bad. Let's see, we're gonna really design our own, but to start off with I want to get some references to see, what's out there. As my apartment doesn't really have a glorious kitchen by any means. So we'll just go with these two for now. Let's see what we got here. Full size image. So this has got, basically it's like bamboo cabinets all the way around, a nice black countertop, some overhead lighting, and there's probably a window, I would imagine, over here in the back. So we can look at that. Looks like a stove, refrigerator, some type of coffee machine or something. Pretty cool looking stools, little island. Yeah, I guess we can try to do something like this. Maybe we'll do a hybrid, but let's just start off with some overall dimensions, I guess. Now, I measured my own cabinets just to get a basic idea. So basically what we have is the main things are about 80 centimeters tall with an 8.5 centimeter lift from the ground. The lip here is about 2 centimeters, or sorry, 3.5, and they're usually about 60 centimeters in. So I just want to make a quick box into this in max. So let's go to max. And I'm going to be trying to do all this in metric just to make it easier for most people. So just go here and change it to centimeters. Alright. And just a note for those of you who are new, one of the things I've set up is a hotkey for making something an editable poly. And mine is Control-Alt-Q. And to do that, you're going to go into the Customize User Interface window. So Customize User Interface. And then you're going to look for Convert to Editable Poly. So let's see, A, B, C, convert to... Alright, sorry about that. So back to here, we're looking for Convert to Editable Poly. And here it is. And what you're going to want to do is just click on the hotkey thing and then press whatever you want. And I like, Control-Alt-Q or Alt-Control-Q, whatever you want to say, and you just hit Assign. And then you can save it to whatever you want. I've already got mine saved, so I'm not going to do anything there. But then when you make something, like a box, and you press Control-Alt-Q, it'll automatically convert it to an editable poly. And it's much quicker than going through the little menus and looking for convert to editable poly or adding the modifier from the stack. So just something to note. So let's get started by, I guess, just blocking out the counter. So we're going to go to the top, make something. We'll leave the, let's see, height is supposed to be 80. Width, we'll leave that. Length is going to be 60. And convert to an editable poly with Control-Alt-Q. And press 4, and that'll get into your face selection mode, and press J to get rid of the bounding boxes. I for some reason don't like them. So next we're going to want to extrude this about let's see, 3.5 centimeters up, and F4 will get you the wireframe. Alright, and then we're going to go in the bottom here and we're going to inset it 0 centimeters. Okay, and then press R to scale and use only the y-axis and scale it in just a bit. This will let us be able to have an edge here. Alright, and we're going to need this to be about 8 centimeters, so what I like to do is just create a first hit auto grid, or box, then auto grid, and just create a reference box. So like this, and we want it 8 centimeters here. Go in and just line it up about right. Then you can press 1 to get into the vertex selection mode. Press Q to only select things and not move. Then W and just move it back. That'll give us the correct size for the lip, like where your feet would go and things. So select your polygon, extrude, and then we're going to want to extrude this about 8.5. Okay? So here we go. This isn't bad. Let's see if we can now, because there's 2 of these things here. Let's move them up. See if I can get the other one. It's not cooperating exactly, so there we go. So I want to, let's see, delete this, this, and this, and then go to 1, right click and press target weld, and then weld the 2 edges together. This will just remove the extra edge in case it messes up anything in the rendering and whatnot. And Z, by the way, is to zoom to so it fills the viewport. Next, we're going to want to select this and extrude this about, what did I say, 2 centimeters. That's just the overhang. So this is basically a stand-in countertop. So we can just name it, I guess, counter. Alright, now let's get a floor just to have a floor. And then move the countertop up so it sits there. You can press F, that'll go to the front viewport real quick. And then F3 will get you into wireframe. Then P for perspective, F3 to get out. And alright, so I guess we should probably start designing what we want. So I'm kind of hoping for an island almost. But let's look at some references first. So let's go, not Zen Kitchen Sinks. Where do we want to go? Not this window. This one. So you can see how they kind of have this long countertop here. And it kind of has an L shape. And then there's some stuff over here. And then the island. I'm a pretty big fan of that. So let's see if we can emulate this. So I'm just going to have this on my second monitor looking at it. And I'll tell you guys the dimensions as I get there. So just kind of want to set it up. So select all these vertices here. And let's just pretend it's about the same. And maybe there. Oh, that looks really long. About there. And to double check all this, we can go into the systems, make a biped, and just create one. About 177 centimeters is probably good. And you can see about how big that is. That's a pretty decent sized counter. It's not actually bad. So let's delete him. And we'll use this. So shift drag, and we're going to want to copy it. E to rotate, A for angle snap, and then rotate it back. And let's just we're just gonna do these as a stand-in right now, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And press 1 to undo vertices and scale this back about here. Okay. Let's make a box just real quick. Let's just call that a fridge. And we're gonna have, I guess, a sink over here. And the sink will be, I don't know, probably 50 by 75. No, which way is, this is 75. This is 50. So that's about the size of a sink. Again, we're going to detail all these really later. Just want to get a basic image. And we're going to say that over here is going to be maybe the dishwasher. Let's just give that a different color by going over here and clicking something. Alright, that's not bad. Next, let's look at the things above it, the cupboards. So we're going to want that to be about 50 centimeters high. So let's go to a box, real quick, make one, put the height at 50. Okay, next let's use the box, just auto-grid it on the top there, and create something. So our initial counters were 60 centimeters deep, so let's make these probably 50 should be good. Press T to go on the top viewport, W to move, and just line them up. Okay, so that's not bad. Delete your box here. And as for their height, we can really make this whatever we want, but in the picture it looks like they're a bit smaller. Just seems like maybe without this little bottom thing. So we're going to make the height around, oh, maybe 75 should be good. That's not bad. So let's just convert this to an editable poly, Control-Alt-Q, and extend it. And then let's actually just do this a different way. So we're gonna go to the top viewport here. Top viewport. And actually they have a cover on their stove. So we're gonna extend this to here. Okay, I guess we'll leave it there for now. Let's make a box over here. Just kind of bring it out on the top viewport, convert it to an editable poly, and just scale it in a bit, and bring the back out. Okay, and this is going to be, I'm trying to make the hood of the stove, something like this. Now if I later find out that I don't like it, well, we can change it then. So just bring it up, and it's going to be a little bit, actually it'll be a little bit in, so right about there, and it goes to about halfway to the counter, and then a little bit more. So let's bring this up a bit, extrude it maybe 14 centimeters looks good. Actually no, do it 7 centimeters, apply, and then do it again. Now take this edge and just drag it out this. That way we get a basic stove shape. Okay, next let's just build a stand-in over here. So this is some type of food, a pantry, I guess is what it is. And you can see it right here, or right there actually. Alright, next let's quickly build an island. So maybe we can just use one of these. Okay, so just place it there, copy one, and then just drag this in. So this looks like it's basically centered on the top here. Like so. And it's probably about wider than this. So let's just drag this out a bit. That looks good. And select this edge and drag it out. This is the counter that you eat over. Okay, and again we can always adjust these. And lastly, press Q so we don't accidentally move anything. And select all these outside edges here. Okay, and extrude on the local normal 2 centimeters. Okay, that'll just give us the lip on both directions. Now actually, let's undo that. Let's make this one a bit bigger. Let's give it 3 centimeters. Alright, that's not as bad. Alright, so we've got that. Let's see, what else do we need? They have, I don't know what it is really. This thing up here. Oh, I think these are actually windows. That'll be nice. So they have kind of a decorative thing. Maybe there's some lighting underneath there. I don't really know, but I guess we can try to make that. So, box with auto grid turned on. Just make a box and drag it to about there. Let's see, what are these close to? So press W to move it, bring it up. Let's give it a width of, say, 30, a height or a length of, how big is that? I'd say, yeah, right around 30. And then the height is going to be, well, we'll figure that out later. So this is not looking so bad, but I'm thinking that maybe this is too long here. Or maybe our whole thing is too long. I don't know, because this is usually going to be around here, I guess. Let's just make, well, there's usually a space for 2 people to comfortably sit. And let's actually drag this out a bit more. Okay. Trying to see, I think it actually overhangs on this edge too. So we're going to select these 2 polygons, bring it out like this, then select all of these and bring it in by a similar amount. Okay. What do we want to do next? So we have everything blocked in, basically. Let's just quickly select this plane here and go into the top view, and you can make it have 1 segment. Convert it to an editable poly. Select 1 and just kind of line it up the back of most of the things. Alright, should go here. So you can select this box here, convert it to an editable poly, and bring these verts in. I'm just trying to give us a good sense of space, I guess. So press 2 and select these outer 2 edges and shift drag them up. And we're going to want to go, so press Alt W to get into the 4 view mode and press G to get rid of the grid. And then deselect everything and press Z. And F4 and everything too. So going back here, we're going to want to shift drag these lines up and see it'll make extra things. And these are basically going to be the windows, so we're going to bring them up a little above the counters, and then it's going to go to the height of the little pink thing. Actually, no, it'll go above that. It'll go to the top of the pink thing, and then it'll go a little bit above the pink thing, and then it looks like we have some type of curve going up, so we'll just increase it from there and deal with it later. So here we go. Next, let's see, how are these working here? So we can, let's see, select all these lines here and connect, and just slide it over to be about a little bit to the right of the stove. Okay. And then make another cut, connect, and minus 75 is actually pretty good, maybe a little bit more, so minus 81. And then over here, connect, and just try to make it even. Again, we can always adjust everything later, so don't worry if you make a mistake. Connect, and try to even them out. Okay. Now what we can do is go into the top view and then hit 1 and just try to square everything up. So right about there looks pretty good. Okay, and then real quick we can simply press 2 or 4 and delete the 2 windows there. And there we go. That is going to be the basic layout of our kitchen. I guess we can actually do a little more work here. Let's select this and extend it over here. Wait a second. We did something wrong. This pink thing isn't, top isn't with the refrigerator, the bottom is with the refrigerator. So let's drag it up like that. Okay, so wait a second. This thing is supposed to be level with the rest of these counters. So let's just bring it over and bring it down and bring it back. So move it back in place. And let's go to here, and well, let's see. So this is the refrigerator. This needs to be moved over a bit. Okay, so this refrigerator is supposed to be probably in line with this thing right here, the blue thing, the edge of the cabinet. And that means we can format everything else now. So select this box and press 4, and let's just extrude until we reach the fridge, and then select this one and extrude it down. Alright, and let's see, let's press, oops, whoa, don't want to do that. 1, and just bring it to the floor. And also, these two things are extruded to the width of the counter. So if you go to the top, press 1. Let's actually get rid of this so we can go to shaded and we can see a little better. So just bring this right to the level of the countertops, and then let's drag this to a little bit forward and match it up with the wall again. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Still don't think this counter, well, I don't know, something looks a little odd. Can't quite place what it is. Maybe it's this thing is supposed to be a little come on. Select 4. Let's do this the right way. So go to the top and select all these vertices and just bring them out. Okay, that's what the problem was. This wall is too far back. I lined it up with the wrong thing. Don't know why I didn't see that, but so select all of this, and well, we'll have to leave that for now. Go to top, F3, and line it up with the back of this thing. Make sure you select not bad. So here we go. Now we're going to get what we want. Okay, so this shortened a bit. So go to the top, press F3, and then go to 1. Let's just shrink these things to make it square. So right about there seems good. Alright. Okay, and Skype apparently wants to go off while I'm recording. Oh well. So, back to what we were doing, and that was adjusting some stuff. So, kind of line this up with the window, and Control Z is undo, by the way. Best hotkey there is. So line that up. And then select this and bring it in. Alrighty. Now we're looking a little bit better. Thinking this could be what it actually looks like. Or at least for now. Except these things I think are higher. I feel like. So, select these, and well, maybe these aren't higher. Maybe this refrigerator is lower. This refrigerator is about half the height of the cabinets. So let's go to the front view. Control Z to undo that one, and just bring this down a bit to maybe there. And then select this, go into 1, and then bring this down to match. Okay, so if we go here, and let's see, what do we want? These, and extrude them, and extrude them again, and extrude them down. Alright, maybe that's what it looks like. I don't know, we can't really see. But let's get a V-Ray camera, physical cam here, and just set up the scene so we can go to what do I want? I want bounding box. Save frames. And we're going to try to match it to basically this picture. So let's see, we can see the bottom here, and then select a little point and bring it over. So maybe back up the camera a bit. So this will give us a view of that. And this looks about good. Let's see if we can't raise it just a bit. So we're trying to go basically from the perspective of a human, maybe a tall human. And then bring this down just a bit more. And it won't be possible to get it exact, but we can kind of come close. And that's not bad. I mean, let's change the rendering size a bit. Say 1,000 in width by 500, 600. Basically just trying to make it do what I want it to do. So that's actually really close right here. So we're gonna leave it there for now. And so I don't want to move the camera ever again. I basically want to keep it here. Now I was looking for a way to do this, because usually if you just lock it, it won't work. But I found this. If you type this in the MaxScript listener with the camera and the target selected, it'll completely lock it. So you can copy this. It's just set transform lock flags space number sign or space money sign space number sign all, and just copy that. And then in here, make sure you have your target selected and your camera. Go here, Control V and enter, and it should say OK. Now when you go here, you can't do anything to it. Can't move it, can't pan it, can't do anything. So that's exactly what we want. And then just hide selection. And then let's see if we go perspective, then back to camera. Perfect. So now we have our camera set, and we never have to worry about it again. So just remove safe frames here, and let me get my picture back up. And let's see what else do we want to do. Let's make the roof part, or actually bring this out a bit, like so. How do we want to do the roof? Let's see. We can, let's Alt W to make this big. Let's select this edge, and then this edge. We could just shift drag it. Maybe something like that. And then over. That's not bad. Kind of strange, but not bad. And then let's actually undo that. Let's get rid of these lines here. I don't think they'll affect anything, so press backspace on them. Go into 1, and the verts are there. Press backspace on the vertices. Well, we'll figure out if this is a bad idea later on, but for now, we're doing it. So, bring this edge over, and kind of upish. And actually, we can go into our camera view, and that won't help us very much. So, back to perspective, actually camera view, and then show safe frames. There we go. So go into a different view, and just try to play around until we get something that looks right. So we can drag everything down to about there. Okay. And that's not looking too bad. Maybe a bit more of an angle. So right around there. Alright. And then let's go back in here and select this, all these, connect. Alright, and then control click vertices, press R, and scale them in on the x-axis a lot. This will just make it easier for them to do their thing. So select this, shift drag, press 1, then target weld, and target weld. Alright. And finally, we can select this edge and this edge, shift drag them over. Okay. Press 1, just select these edges here, weld, and increase it a bit, and there we go. Now we have an enclosed space here. Now I'm guessing that there are more windows in this, in the back. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to leave it open for now, but yeah, there's definitely got to be more windows in the back, because there's no way that much light can come in from one thing. So I'm guessing this is an entire back room of windows. So, go to vertices, and drag these kind of back. Let's say there's probably another room behind that, like a living room or something, so, or a kitchen, a table at least. Maybe we'll do that too. So right around there is good. And then there'll be some windows here, and we'll figure out what we want to do over there. But for now, this is what we want. So let's name this walls. Okay. And I'm going to end it here for part 1. This is the basic layout of what we want. So I'll see you in part 2.